But that's life though, life is tough.
Okay, you asked me what kind of guy I like. I like nice guys. I like someone who's really sweet to me, who I can have a nice chat. I would love a nice best friend for life.
Yeah, lovely meeting you, yeah?
Guys, you saw the thumbnail. You already know the story. She tried to place a confident man in the friend zone, but it didn't work. Let's jump right into it.
But that's life though, life is tough.
Okay, you asked me what kind of guy I like. I like nice guys. I like someone who's really sweet to me, who I can have a nice chat. I would love a nice best friend for life.
Yeah, lovely meeting you, yeah?
Oh, nah.
Why is she acting surprised? What does she expect? She was looking for a new candidate for a friend zone spot, but he was like, not me, not today.
Next one, yeah.
Do I go now?
Yes, yeah, no hard feelings. Thank you.
My mom's watching.
My mom's watching. You know, she said my mom's watching.
Like, let's be honest, you boys got what I meant, innit? Look at me. Look at her.
That's a great point. By looking at them, it doesn't seem like they would be best friends. She probably wouldn't mind having him in the friend zone, but he for sure wouldn't be happy to be in that position.
What the f has just happened, bro?
There is one thing they should know, which is the fact that most men are not okay with being in the friend zone. Some guys still do it, even though they don't like it, but those guys only accept it because they see it as an opportunity to be close to the women they are interested in. And they believe that this is the best way to get what they want. It sometimes works in their favor, but in most cases it doesn't. Based on her facial expression, seems like she was shocked by his reaction. She is probably not used to deal with a confident man who knows what he does and doesn't want. But the funny part is that she dropped it on the first date. That was the worst place to know that your date has other plans for you. She already had your spot reserved in the friend zone section, but he had a great response for it. Also, based on his reaction, seems like he had been there before, and that is the spot he is no longer willing to have. But I still think that he overreacted because at least she was open about her intentions. Other women wouldn't be this open. They just keep the guys in the friend zone without being clear about their intention. They would give them enough attention to make them think that there is a possibility of something else to start between them. And only guys who have a deeper knowledge of this subject would know and get out of there. But other guys who are new to this territory wouldn't know that they are in the friend zone. But I give her credit for being upfront with her intention. At least she gave him the opportunity to choose whether he wanted to be a new member of her friend zone or not. Let's check what is going on in the comments section. I bet many guys are sharing their stories there. The first comment is from a guy who is no longer willing to place himself in that position. He has probably been there and refuses to hold that spot again. Let's check what he has to say. Whenever a chick tells me she wants to be friends, I tell her I've got enough friends and I bounce or block. This is definitely a guy who has been there, and as we can see, it wasn't a pleasing experience. That is a clever move. Why waste your time with someone who is not on the same page as you are? It's better to spend your time and resources on another person who shares the same goal. Let's check the next comment. Men never go on dates to meet a friend. We have friends. This is a great point, but with time, a lot of guys didn't mind accepting the friend zone position. And this is why a lot of women believe that it's fine to go on a date with guys. They already know the best you will get is friend zone spot. There are too many simps who normalized it. Now it became like a normal thing. Let's check the next one, which also makes a great point. If you go on a date and she's willing to make you a friend, even though she fully knows you had some romantic intent in the meeting, don't even feed into that. Can female friends be a thing? Yes, I've got one, but I don't feel attracted, and she has someone already. That is a valid point because most guys wouldn't go on a date if they knew from the start their date only wanted to be his friend. That would remove the purpose of it. And this is why he mentioned that if you find yourself in such a situation, you shouldn't feed into it. It's also important to remember that he has a female friend, but she isn't the woman he has romantic feelings for. And this is how it can possibly work. The next comment is from another guy who has also been there and has good advice for other men based on his experience. Let's check it. I've been friend zoned a few times in my 20s and I cringe to look back at how naive I was. Now that I'm older, wiser, and more confident, I've walked away from a few women for this reason. Guys, even if you really want to sleep with them, walk away at the first mention of friends. He is not alone. Most of us have been there, and most of us were placed in the friend zone before, but his advice is priceless. Why would you spend your resources and energy on someone who doesn't want the same thing as you? What is the point of putting energy into someone who won't be able to reciprocate the same?
What are you saying to me right now?
I don't want to be with you anymore. And
You want to be with Josh?
I will find that out.
Okay, Jay. That is very hurtful.
I'm just telling you, Marshall, that I just can't be with you. I can't.
I would like the ring back because I don't think that you deserve it. Because you should never have accepted my proposal.
Well, I'm going to keep the ring.
Why would you want to keep the ring of someone you don't want? But in my opinion, he should let it go and let her keep it. It's just a ring. It's better now than later. She clearly has feelings for another guy. So what is the point? Let her have it.
Because I accepted it because I wanted to marry you. Everything I told you in that pod was real.
This is something she should be willing to get rid of because it can bring old memories, which could be damaging to the new relationship. The ring he gave her was the symbol of what they had, and she shouldn't have a problem returning it since the purpose for it no longer exists. But for some reason, she believed that keeping it was the right thing to do. This is just unnecessary. She should be the one willing to voluntarily give it back since she no longer wants to stay with him. Let's check the comments section. It looks promising to the guy that proposed and the girl wants to keep the ring. You can take her to court and sue her for keeping it. Has happened before, as acceptance of the ring was an unfulfilled promise of marriage that she did not go through with. There is no need to go this far just because she wants to keep the ring. If she wants, let her have it. Just be thankful that she was upfront and gave him the opportunity to move on and possibly find another person who wants to be with him. It's better that way. I know that some rings can be costly, but do your best to avoid wasting your time on small things like a ring. Let's check the next comment. So let me get this straight. Call off the wedding and still expect to keep the ring? Hell no. Ring goes to a woman that actually values him and that truly does want to be his wife. A lot of people share the same idea because since she no longer wants to be with him, she should be the one willing to return it, as things between them didn't move forward as expected, but instead of that, she wants to keep it for herself. This ring should be given to the woman who is willing to marry him. This is all for today's video, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe.